Hey guys, I'm Natural. You may know me as the best of Irelia in Lille. And today I'm making a video about how to play my Irelia build. So, yeah, I would say I play a pretty classical control Irelia build. So, there's also like a very aggro Irelia build. I don't like that much, but it's also a good deck to play. But in Lille and especially after Lille, I would stay with the control-y variant of Irelia. So, yeah, let's start. Yeah, Irelia is our legend. I think I don't need to say a lot to that. We can ready units with her um, for the power for one power cost, and we can ready her for one energy cost. It's very important to double conquer with Irelia, so you try to stay on even score points, so your score tempo stays always even, and we go from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. And while we try to do that, we try to disrupt the double scoring from the enemy. So we try to stop them to go to 4 to 6 or to 8 and try to get them to uneven numbers. Yeah, quick to our runes. We play 6/6. It's very important to have a good rune economy with Irelia. So especially you need to know which runes to recycle and which not. So before you recycle a rune with Irelia, always look at your hand and see, okay, what do I need for the next turns? And always recycle the one you don't need. In the best case, you want to have both runes always available to be just the most flexible. To our battlefields, I don't play the standard Sunken Temple, Targon's Peak, Aspirant climb. I think especially Aspirant's climb is it can be very tough because you don't have a lot of draw and you are very reliant on drawing Stellarcorn. That's why I don't like to play it. Even if it's good against like a lot of aggro decks, I think you will just starve if you don't draw Stellarcorn. And I don't play Targon's Peak because I think mostly the benefit for the enemy, especially into like decks like Draven, is very high. Also playing Targon's Peak, so you give them just more energy and more abilities to counter your Irelia, even though you get also plus you don't often need it because you already have a lot of runes open. So after you play Irelia or you play a Stellarcorn, you don't really develop units anymore. So you always have like a lot of energy open for playing spells. So I think you don't need the Tyrant's Peak, especially because it's not drawing your cards. And yeah, my philosophy into the battlefields was okay, I want battlefields who draw me cards. So in our blind game, so game one, we mostly play Zon. Um, that's because we have some cards we don't want to see in every matchup, like Rebuke. And Rebuke, like against Victor, is very bad. So Zon helps you just to filter out cards you don't need. Uh, Often you can also filter out cards you already have in your hand. So if you have two defies, even if you play against something like Victor, you can throw one defy to draw another card because mostly you will only need one. So going second, we mostly play Sunken Temple. That's the best battlefield going second because we can play turn 2 Aurelia, and with her we can just conquer and always draw for one. So that's pretty good, and a lot of decks, especially like token decks, don't benefit from this battlefield at all. So it's a net positive for us. And yeah, the last battlefield is Ravenbloom Conservatory. This is the battlefield I play going first. Um, it's pretty good because we play a lot of spells. I think we have 26 spells in the deck. And you want to play it first because you want to go first on the battlefield so you can benefit from the effect. Um, It also works very well with charm. So if you're on the battlefield, you charm someone, you can draw a spell and kill a unit. So this is also very good. So to the main deck, I think I will just go to the cards which are not like standard. So yeah, I think this is everything is pretty standard. Desert Call, I think, is a very good 2-drop card we can play, because it has a benefit after turn 1. Uh, Also, it's pretty good against like yellow decks, against Calderweek. It's like a stopper for Calderweek, and also very good against Master Yi, just to get might on the board. Because Master Yi has really problems with conquering, but not problems with holding. So if you're on a board and you can just repeat it, there's a call. That's pretty good. Um, so I think the rest is pretty standard. Something I changed for from my little list is I put out Windwall and I put up one Defy, and two I put back into Hard Bargain. I think Hard Bargain is a pretty good card, especially in the meta right now, because we have a lot of cards like Punch First, we have Thermo Beams, we have Time Warps, Imperial Decrease. And before I used to play Windwall, but it really underperformed because it's not that flexible. Hard Bargain, you can use it against pretty much everything. And Windwall was so costly that you only wanted to use it against those big important cards. So I changed back to Hard Bargain. And yeah, I play two now and one Defy less because we have, especially against the orange decks, it's very good. That's why Hard Bargain. One thing I also changed, I put in one Titaner and took out one Sonya's, just because Victor really underperformed in Lille. I think you just want, if you go first, the 2-drop a bit more than the Sonya's. Sonya's is a really good card, but I had situations where I had like GA Sonya's or something, and that felt really bad. So yeah, I'm back to one more Titaner and one less Sonya's. I think the rest is also pretty standard. I only play one not so fast. I play one in the sideboard. It's really only for two cards you need it. So it's Rebuke and it's Akshan. And the rest of the cards you can counterspell with Defy or Hard Bargain. So against orange decks or purple decks, I put the second not so fast in. Against the rest, I will just keep one. And I think that's enough. Yeah, one of the newer cards in the deck, also Fizz. I really like this. It's such a great card. I think it's like a jack of all trades. Every spell you have in your graveyard is available to you through Fizz, and it can really help you gain tempo in the deck. So it works very good well with Find Your Center. It works very well with Charm. It works also well with Desert Call. So you can repeat and play for 5. You will get like 7 might. You can play Discipline. You can play Flash, Ride the Wind. Like everything is available again. Even Rebuke. If you like need to clutch out a game. So yeah, Fizz is like a jack of all trades. You don't want to see him in your starting hand. I think that's pretty brick. That's why I just play one main and one side. But I love this card. It's really good. It's really good when you draw it, and you don't need it to win. Yeah, Stellarcon is pretty standard. Draven Audacious. A lot of people took him out of the deck and they play maybe Mind Splitter, they play maybe Vex. But I think this card is still really great, especially going second. That's why I have it in main board, because in game one you don't know if you go first or second. And yeah, it just helps you to go from the uneven to the even. It can help you to clutch out games at 5 points. So yeah, your enemy needs to respect it, and if they don't, you can easily win with Draven and one charm. It's a really great card, and just for the tempo, it's really great. And now the sideboard. Yeah, one of the also newer cards is Find Your Center. I played it in Lille main deck. I think it's better just to play it in the sideboard going second. There are some sideboard, some matchups where you also put it in going first, especially when you play Vex. But yeah, this card going second is so good. It helps you just to keep up your energy count. You play this turn, your turn one going second into Irelia, and you have one open, and your enemy mostly can't do anything. So this is a really good card. I love it. And when your enemy is at 5, which is an uneven number, so you want your enemy to go to 5, it only costs 1 for 1 draw and 1 rune. So yeah, Find Your Center, really good card. Yes, I think the rest is very standard. Yeah, Vex mostly comes in against green decks, so Master Yi, Irelia, Azir, and yeah, she's just very good at making your enemy's cards cost very much. So they have like weird breakpoints. And yeah, I have a full sideboard for the most of the decks. If you're interested, just look into them. I think there's not like a lot to say. I can go over like some ideas. Draven mostly gets out against Vex, or here in this matchup against Adaptatron. Um, like here you say Draven always goes out for Vex. And if you go second, you mostly take out the Desert Calls and put in Fizz and define your centers. So the Desert Calls are our going first package, and the Fizz and Find Your Center is our going second package. Why Fizz going second? Because you can play Charm with him, and that's like the most important card. You can play Charm with him and slow down the enemies. And the most important thing with Irelia is to slow down the point tempo from your enemy, and Fizz helps you a lot with that. All right. And yeah, I will put the link to the deck into the description, so you can just copy it and look up all the matchups. And if you have any questions, just put them into the comments. All right, how to play Irelia. To play Irelia, especially this list, very successful, you need to really understand point tempo. So your goal, as I said in the beginning, is going from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8. And you try to stop your while doing this, you try to stop your enemy doing the same. So you use your cards like Charm, like Rebuke, like just the Might from Irelia to stop your enemy to double conquer. So when your enemy tries to go from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, you really want to mostly disrupt them here, so that he doesn't go to 6, he goes to 5. Because if he goes to 5, it's the same like if he would stay at 4, because he needs 2 turns to win. And that's very important. And especially at this point, when he goes to 5, you already want to be at 4. So that's the optimal play line. So it doesn't always work. because, it variants, but this is like your game plan, how you want to play the stack. It can be that you can disrupt him already at going to 3. Yeah. So he doesn't go to 4, he goes to 3. Um, if you see your enemy doing this, this is like a big, big blunder from them. So they give up so much point tempo already that early. If you see that, okay, I will just play as aggressive as possible, try to double score and double conquer every turn because uh, now I'm ahead. And yes, and sometimes your enemy will be at 6 and you need to disrupt them here so that he goes to 7. But that's like the worst case because on 6 there's a lot of things that can go wrong and can lose you the game. So it happens, but you don't want it like to be your main strategy. One good thing also we can do with Irelia is when you have Draven and you play Draven mostly going second, is that okay, I can go from 1 to 3 to 5 to 8. And this is very good because often your enemy will go 2 to 4 to 6 and you're at 5 and you can go to 8. And then they would go to 8, but you already won. So this also works pretty good with Draven. So this line mostly works when you go second with a 2-drop because they play a 2-drop, you play a 2-drop, they go to 1. You can go over the 2-drop mostly because they will develop something in board. So you're at 1, and then they have to decide, okay, do I go in or not? Because if you have something open, you can defend. If you developed, you have something in your base, and with the base unit, you can try to double score even if they take. So they go to 2, kill your unit, and you have another unit in base if you developed or you defend. So mostly if you have runes open, they won't go in. And yeah, then you can play with the uneven numbers, but this only works with Draven and if you have a 2-drop. And yeah, I think the hardest part for people to play is to play from behind when you go second without a 2-drop unit. So if you have like something like Zonias or GA. All right, now I will show you an example how to play against Draven. In this example, we will go second on game 1. So we play doubles on Warrens. So the Draven would start, he mulligans, and okay. So I think as Draven, you really want to keep the Kaiser and maybe 1x and put down the Forerunner and one and the other X because you really want to have the 2-drop. So we just look, okay, we got the 2-drop. Then we will ready up and, wait, let's do the mulligan for Irelia quick. So, oof, all right, that's pretty good. I think you can always put one silicon away, and you don't ever want to have Fizz in the early game. So just recycle like this. All right, no 2-drop, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, let's see. So the Draven would just start probably with Overzealous Fan, and then will you pass? So we see, okay, they have a unit, and we have the boots. The boots are pretty good early game. Not the best, but pretty good. So we will play the boots, and we'll pass. So, and then we ready up. Now we already have the point for Draven. So he will score, and then he will use his Zorn Warrens. We take this, we draw this, and I think we will just go like this, move him, and go like this, and pass. So Draven is now on his first point, and we will ready up. And here, don't be afraid to play Irelia out, just like this with no protection. That's not a problem because we have the Stellar Corn Herder, and we don't need the Irelia to win in this matchup. And if he plays, right now he only has one Fury Rune. If he plays the Falling Star, we will have so much rune advantage that we can win from this point. So don't stress yourself oh yeah, she will die. Even if she dies, he has to use so much just um to come to kill her, and then we will have the rune advantage. So now the enemy is there. Oh, like he drew the falling star and he scored. So now let's see. He would probably play it like this. Cycle 2, play falling star, and then flip 1, 2 for the hits. So it dies. And then he can play 4. Oh wait, this Kaiser. Uh, Now as Draven, I'm not sure if I want to conquer here. Uh, I know you need to play something, so I can't defend anything that's going here. So I won't conquer here because I don't want to lose the unit, and I will just keep it like that. I'm pretty low on runes, and I will pass. So this is in trash. So we see, okay, they don't conquer. We can just play our Stellarcon out, and then we can just keep it like that. Yeah, because they have nothing on board, so we need to wait till they go onto the board. We could play, ready our Stellar Corn and then charm into the Kaiser or something, but because we know, okay, we can win when they don't have any cards. Even though they have a lot of units on the board, we can double conquer with the boots next turn. So we can just let them go to 4. If they would have played it like this, you probably need to go in because they will just hold on 4 and then they can just develop. So you want them to go onto the board right now. You can even play something like this. Desert Call. Let's say this is the token for Desert Call. And you will pass. So you're ready up. He gets the rebuke. So now the Draven, because of double zone, he is probably a bit okay. What can I play right now? I think he can go here, conquer, draw 1 card, and then we throw away 1 card to draw 1 card. I think we really want to keep the zone for the Bryn here. Oh, that's pretty hard because the rebuke you also want to keep. Yeah, no, you don't want to keep because Irelia is already dead, so you can just do it like this. And then you go here with Titana, get a point. and then we'll just take away the Forerunner because we're already that much ahead. And we play stack deck, search, oh, search tree. Oh, nice. We'll take the Rek'Sai. I won't play the Rek'Sai out in base. So, and now that's like the moment our game is starting. So we see, okay, they have a lot of units, and he is like tempo, like point tempo is very ahead for him. But we have Stellarchron, and Stellarchron is like such a great card for this. So first, I think we just go here, draw one. Then we conquer, we kill his unit, we throw away, can throw away the Desert Call or the Draven, because Draven is too slow right now. I will just put away the Draven, draw one. Then we will use Irelia and the boots to put them on Irelia and ready the Stellarchron. And we go here, draw one, we'll kill the Kaiser, and then we throw away. So right now we know, okay, we have Flash and we have Hard Bargain. So we don't need both. It's I think I would put away, especially because we already saw the Rebuke gone. We'll put away the Hard Bargain. Draw one. Ooh, we have Rebuke. That's really good. Now the question is, okay, we have the Defiant Stance, we have Disciplines, and we have the Charm I want to play now. Now you have to think about, okay, what do I want to play next turn? Like max. Max you want to play is 2 Discipline, 1 Defiant Stance, and 1 Flash. That's like the max. You probably won't play all of that, but that's like if it's really going to shit. So you need to kill one of their units. It's probably better to kill the Noxus Hopeful, because the second Rek'Sai ability works pretty good with a Forerunner, but there's no Forerunner, so you don't need to kill him right now. And Noxus Hopeful has better stats, so I will just charm in Noxus Hopeful. He dies, and then I will thinking about if I want to keep the Sand Soldier here or put it somewhere else. But I think I will put it in here. And I will play another Desert Call, putting one Sand Soldier here as well. So, and now we're at that point where we say, okay, we don't want to get him to 5. So we will do everything we can do to stop him to go to 5. Alright, we pass. He readies up. And now we have a pretty good situation because right now he can't play the Bryn here. He can, but then he would need to go with both in here to kill our Stellarchron, and I think that would be not the best play for him. And he can go here in and play the Spinning Axe. I think that's even would be a good call. I will play the stack deck. Search tree. Oh, that's very hard. Oh, I think I have forgot to recycle the ones from stack deck last turn. So I think those two should be on the. I think even the stack deck should be on the. Those two should be on the. All right. Forgot to recycle. But then we will just play the stack deck. Also no problem. And yeah. Guess we'll just take the fan and put the other twos under. And I will probably. Well, I'm not even sure. I think. I would just develop as Draven because going in right now would be such a pain with so many open runes. So I just try to develop. I have a strong Draven. He's at 7. And next turn I can play the Bryn here. So yeah, I will just pass. And we ready up as Irelia. We get 2 points. And yeah, we are very happy that he couldn't double score. And now I'm thinking, okay, so what can he have next turn to come over here? So the Draven Showboat is like a very scary card. So let's see. Let him to get to 6 without without him playing anything would be would be not good. So we will just try to hold. So and just go over with Draven, and I would like to draw with Silicon. Yeah, I'm not sure. She's at 5. Go here. They're at 9. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do this. Draw 1. Okay, we have another desert call. So, again, we need the rebuke for Draven. We need the flash for something like Bryn here or rebuke. I think we can just play the last desert call. Just put it here. So, right now, it's again the same strategy. We don't want them to go to 6. So we try everything just to hold here. And yes, now I will pass. You're ready up. And I think the first thing we want to do is go here. This will be like the most normal move in this situation every Draven player will do. If you have a Ride the Wind in this situation, this would be really, really good. If you could play with Irelia, Ride the Wind, go here, try to kill his unit, go to 5, and this can be like a very game-winning move. So they will often just go like this because they want to focus all their might here. And yeah, but unfortunately we don't have a Ride the Wind. So he will just score, throw away the Poro, draw 1. Okay. Oh, that's really, really bad cards for Draven. Really bad cards. So now the question for Draven is, okay, do I play Darius into Spinning Axe? Or do I just play Bryn here and try to go in? The problem with Bryn here in this situation, and that's why it's so good to try to hold, like, with that much, um, is that Draven doesn't have anything else. So he can go here in with 4-11, but that's all. And we already have 11 here. So for him, it's pretty hard to break that. And he knows he needs to go to 6 right now. So I think, okay. Oh, wait. No, he's at 8. Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But that's like such a hard situation again for the Draven. Um, I guess a lot of Draven player would just play it like this. Play the Bryn here. Then I will ask, okay, what do you have? So if he plays Bryn here, we know he could play Cleave, but we already saw in his trash one Cleave, so we don't really want to play around that. We have the GA here, and we really don't want him to score. So we know his might is probably 12, and we will try to 7. Okay, we have 11, 12. We need to play around the second cleave. We will play Discipline onto Stellarcorn, draw 1, and then we play another Discipline onto Stellarcorn, draw 1. And oof, another Discipline? No, I don't think so. So we'll pass. And now the Draven is fucked. He's like, okay, what can I do? He can go in, but his units will die. And if I would be the Draven right now, I think I, I wouldn't go in. I couldn't go in. I couldn't go in here because I have too many units. I have too much might. I have not the cards I need as Draven, and the only thing I can do right now is probably do this. And I don't want you to go to 6, but if I put the Draven here, it's like pretty ass. I guess I have to put the Draven here because the Irelia used like a lot of, maybe even the Rek'Sai. Not sure. It's a hard situation because I don't want to. Yeah, I think I just go for the hold here. Oh, pass. All right. Maybe I'm playing it wrong as Draven. I'm not. I'm not a Draven main, but that was just the cards I was thinking about. So now we already like did our mission. Went to we went double scoring and we stopped the enemy from double scoring. So in this situation, I think we don't have to play it till to the end, but now you're pretty good. You have a very good position. So you can just go here back, you withdraw, you have the rebuke, so you can do a lot. And even if this one is the hidden card from him is a switcheroo, you can just flash it. No problem. Just flash it. So yeah, this is like how to stop the enemy Draven like from using his point tempo. That's why I don't think to kill the Irelia with Falling Star is a good idea, because you de-ramp too much as Draven. And if you see that, you can just use your advantage and play your Stellarcon. If you don't have a second unit, don't do it. Don't do it. Because then you can fall into the trap into not playing or drawing any units. So this only works if you have a Stellarcon or maybe Draven yourself. But yeah, this is like how to do it. And yeah, I think going first is pretty self-explanatory with Irelia. But going second, especially if you have no turn one unit, can be hard, but you really need to be comfortable with holding and disrupting your enemy um, from double scoring. So yeah, this was my little guide to how to play Irelia, especially post Lille. I think in Lille you will still see a lot of Dravens. You will play a lot of mirrors, so mirror play is also a bit different. Be comfortable in playing into the mirror. I think Vex is the best card, and Adaptatron in the mirror, so use them in a wisely manner. And yeah, you will probably also see more Master Yi's. I don't think you will see more Azias, because the deck didn't have like a overall good win rate. Squirtle is just very good with him, so that's why he won. But I don't think Azir will be like will be a lot more than in Lille. A bit, but not a lot. So yeah, and yeah, because Victor, Rek'Sai, and Darius, which are all not the best matchups, get really countered by Draven. We love to see Draven in the meta because it helps us to um, filter out the really bad matchups and lets us play this deck. And yeah, Irelia is the best deck in format right now. And I think if you really want to win, you should play her, but you need reps. I know it's only like 2 days to Atlanta, so I hope my little guide helped you a little bit to understand how to play her, especially going second. And yeah, it's very important to win the game one. I think that's like one of the most important things to know with Irelia. You have to win game one, because game two will be a lot of game two going second will be really hard. Or the game where you go second, yeah. So try to win the Zorn game. It's easier to play the Zorn game going second than the Sunken Temple game. So try to win this and go 2-1. Yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And yeah, if you want to follow me, I will post, I think, maybe one video per week now. And yeah, everyone who is in Atlanta, I wish you good luck. I want to see Irelia do even better than in Lille and win the whole tournament. So yeah, I hope someone will pick it up and play it to perfection. And yeah, see you guys. Bye.